Okay, .NET desktop development. This is for your Windows Forms and console applications using C Sharp, Visual Basic and F Sharp. This is for desktop. These are desktop and mobile. Desktop, 5 are there. Desktop .NET multi-platform app user interface development. Build Android, iOS, Windows and Mac applications. Mac, Windows, iOS, and these are operating systems from a single code base using C Sharp with the .NET MAUI. Okay, this one is the .NET desktop development, universal window platform development, desktop development with C++. How can we use desktop applications with the C++? Okay, build modern C++ apps for Windows using tools of your choice, including this one. Okay, mobile development with C++. Build cross-platform applications for iOS, Android and Windows. Okay, these are desktop and mobile applications. These 4 are web and cloud, web applications and cloud development, Azure development. Okay, so now you install, click on this install. Do you want to continue without workloads? Click on add workloads. Okay, then install. So now Visual Studio Community 2022 it will be downloaded, and at the same time parallelly installing process will be done. Okay, because it is being downloaded and same time installing will be done. Whenever it is finished, I have clicked on start. After installation, automatically Visual Studio installer will be, Visual Studio IDE will be started to write the code and debug the code as per our ChatGPT. So here, what is .NET framework? I have asked that. Okay, .NET framework is nothing but it is a framework developed by Microsoft to run on Microsoft Windows. It is a library, large library. It is a library large and supports several programming languages including C Sharp, Visual Basic and F Sharp. Okay, so this framework includes a runtime environment that is called Common Language CLR. It provides a runtime environment which is called Common Language environment, Common Language runtime. Okay, let us see all these. Okay, what are the key components of the .NET framework? First, let me see how much it will take so much of time. Out of 373 MB, only 7 MB downloaded. It is taking time, because net is slow. So what are the key components of .NET framework? So as I told that, base class library, so many classes, it consisting so many classes, collection of classes and interfaces to build applications. Okay, Common Language Runtime CLR. It provides ASP.NET. It is a web application framework for building dynamic websites and web applications and web services. So we can create GUI based interfaces, GUI graphical user interface framework for building Windows desktop applications. So it provides also ADO.NET to work with databases. Okay, so let us see. Whenever it is downloaded, it is taking so much of time. So whenever it is downloaded, so automatically Visual Studio will be started. So then as per ChatGPT 3.5 will create how to use .NET framework. We will use, now this is the third step. IDE is being downloaded. Then after we need to create a project. Under the Visual Studio we need to create a new project. Then choose the type of project you want to create based on the application. So which type of project you want to create on your application? It is a web-based application, desktop application, mobile application. So that mobile application which will support either the Android, Windows, otherwise Mac OS. So we need to choose like that, such as it is if you are working over console application, if you are creating a Windows form, otherwise if you are creating web application based on active server pages.net, okay, whatever. So then we need to write the code. Once we set up the project, we need to write the code. Okay, so we need to choose a programming language. So in that we will write the code. Okay, and then once you have written the code, okay, in any language, then we need to compile it. Generally we have practiced a lot to write the code in so many languages, Java, Python, C, and okay, so compile and run your applications. After writing your code, you can compile it by clicking build or debug button in Visual Studio. So once you, then after we need to deploy your applications. Once your application is ready, we can deploy it wherever you want to deploy, whether you want to deploy on a cloud platform, okay, whether you want to provide this to a end user, otherwise you want to deploy it to a server for a web applications. Let us see. So now it is being downloaded, so it is taking a lot of time. So now this is 195 MB of 373 MB installed, downloading. So as it is being downloaded and it is being installed, okay, 11% installed, so it will take time. So whenever it is installed Visual Studio, so automatically start the framework, .NET framework version 8.0. Then we will try to develop the applications. Okay, we will try to develop the applications, whether they may be Windows forms, otherwise any web applications, whether any maybe any mobile application. Okay, so it is related with any database, ADO.NET, whether it is ASP.NET, active server pages.NET, which will be used for web applications. We will check back that. Okay, we will try to do the applications. So now I want to close this. Okay, I tried to brief you how to install .NET framework 8.0 developed by Microsoft. It is a framework to develop the applications. Okay, it may be web applications, whether it may be mobile applications. So then after we need to download, that is Visual Studio. Okay, then once it is Visual Studio is an IDE, integrated development environment, normally used for applications, okay, in Microsoft environment. Okay, so let us see. Okay, now this is enough. Let us see what will be happened